Welcome to the Profit with Purpose show. I'm your host, Anna Goldstein, NYU certified coach, entrepreneur, and author. This is an informative and uplifting podcast where I dive deep into lives of entrepreneurs and change makers who are making money through living their life's purpose. The Profit with Purpose podcast is produced every week on Thursdays. Please subscribe to be the first to get updates about new episodes. All links and show notes are found at annagoldstein.com/podcast. Now let's get started. Listen up with an open heart and mind. Welcome to episode number 67. Did you know that Jeff Bezos, the creator of Amazon, just became the richest man in the world? And here's how he got started. He was working at a job in finance, and he heard about this thing called the internet, and he said to his wife that he wanted to come up with this idea where you could buy books online, like an online bookstore. And his wife was very supportive of him, and so he had a conversation with his boss, and he told his boss that he was going to quit his job, and his boss wasn't that supportive. He said, that's not really the safe thing to do, so to speak, and you have a really good job. But he decided to go for it instead. And so he built this thing called Amazon, which is incredibly massive today, and he is now the richest man in the world. It has expanded, as you know. He tells this story. I listened to him interviewed recently, and I also watched some of his commencement speech where he talks about, do you want to live a life of adventure? Or do you want to live a life of ease? We can choose what to do with what we want to do with our life. We can't choose maybe how tall we are or some of our gifts and talents, but what we do with them is a choice. How we choose to use our gifts, how we choose to even use our height, maybe if we're a basketball player, or how we choose to be an artist. Those are choices that we have, but it comes down to risk. So there's something to be said about this idea of risk and not doing what is quote unquote safe. And it's very interchangeable because you could say not taking a risk is risky, right? Like if Jeff Bezos never took that risk, he would never have the life that he has now, not only the life that he has now, but the impact that he has on so many people's lives and the world, right? Where you can just stay home and order whatever you want. I mean, I have even ordered toothpaste from Amazon. So it's changing people's lives. That changes my life. I don't have to go to the store. I can stay home and order toothpaste. It's crazy, right? So the point is that not taking a risk is risky, and really to ask yourself, what am I risking by not making choices about being adventurous in my life? And if you were to be adventurous, what would you do? How can you have more adventure in your life so that when you look back and when you're 80 years old, maybe live a long, blessed life, and you look back, maybe you're surrounded by friends and family, what kind of stories do you want to tell them about your life? Do you want to say, hey, I lived, a life of ease? Or do you want to say, I lived a life of adventure? Neither one is wrong. You have the choice. So what choice will you make? And I'll leave you with this question. What would you do if you chose to utilize your gifts? And that's the show. If you like this podcast, please write a review and share it with your friends. Questions, email me at info@annagoldstein.com. Thanks so much and talk to you soon.